So I was knee deep in the Florida Everglades when I kick something really hard and I pull out of the water, and it's this old book. It's this big old book that is just become fossilized over the years. I pick it up. It's full of runes.
Take a better scene. It's what we're doing. Come and check it out. It's what we're all about. 561 Music.
561 Music Festival.
Brought to you by Stenger, Greene and Feiner.
At the Meyer Amphitheater.
May 3rd.
It's a free show.
20 bands.
2 stages.
Art vendors.
Food vendors.
Drinks vendors.
There you go. Go to 561musicfestival.com for details.
20 bands will play West Palm Beach all day. Support your music scene. May the 3rd is free. 561 Music Festival.
Supported by Stenger, Greene and Feiner.
Welcome to 561 Music. My name's Ben.
And I'm Hector.
And how are you doing, Hector?
I am exhausted. I was at the city today, dotting all the I's, crossing the T's for a little something we like to call 561 Music Festival.
Yes, you were. Thank you very much for doing that.
It was insane. It was a day of insanity, but they were very kind to me and they walked me through the process, and I feel like I'm a pro now.
I was going to come with you, but then I just stayed home and drew pictures instead.
I was going to say, you were going to come with me, but then you went, yeah, no.
Yeah. Well, to be honest,
I'm good.
I had 2 choices. I could follow you around like I was your child, or I could actually make myself useful.
Nah, it was fine, man. The 2 of us there would have been a waste of one of ours time.
Yeah. I was trying. In all honesty, I was trying to be the most useful I could be. I did get quite a lot done.
Nice.
Yeah. I think it's going to be good. But yeah, there's just so much work to do for the festival. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Dropping money left and right today. So, and thanks to actually law offices of Stenger, Greene and Feiner, Cultural Council, Palm Beach County, Discover the Palm Beaches, Backsavers, Harmony Management Group, Galliana Family Salon, High Tide Waterfront Realty, Punk Rock Saves Lives, and the Shirt Series, the official merchandise partner of the festival, which is May 3rd at the Meyer Amphitheater. 20 bands across 2 stages. We have food and drink vendors, art vendors, and it is a free show. More information can be found at 561musicfestival.com. Yeah, man, it was just a whole day of getting things lined up, and it's crunch time. We're within the 4-week window now. We're 3.5 weeks out.
We're in the cone of uncertainty.
Yes, it is very uncertain right now, but it's point of no return. I mean, yeah. I signed all the paperwork today. It's happening.
Yeah. I don't know the feeling. I'm wearing the same pair of shoes as you right now. Be all right though. We'll be fine. It's going to be great.
We'll be fine. It's
going to be great.
It's going to be great.
Now, one of the main reasons it's going to be great is because we have Mason Pace is playing the festival.
Ooh.
How's it going?
I was here the whole time. But you guys ever think to do like grand entrances for your artists, like fanfare and
funnily
confetti
enough,
and have them walk in and sit in the chair?
Funnily enough, we were just talking about that last week because we moved into this new spot. What we were going to do is have this whole production where we come in, we pull up with like a car that says 561 Music on it, swagger out with like a big 561 Music chains.
Okay.
Come and sit down. Yeah.
Okay. And like hip hop music going to it, and sit down and
either hip hop music or
put on thrones.
Or Mason Pace maybe. Too.
Oh, that might be even better. Yeah. But thank y'all for having me, man. Thank y'all for having me here in this brand new. Like this place is as new as a baby's bottom.
It is.
It's the sound is reflecting off the walls. There's barely anything here.
Yeah.
It is quite clean and quite nice. I'm sure it'll be dirtied up a little bit real soon.
I work here, so hopefully that doesn't cause problems clean wise. But I don't know. We'll see how that goes.
Maybe. But no, this is a super super cool thing that you guys have decided to put on for the community, and I'm happy to be a part of it. It'll be fun.
It's been growing. I mean, we did this. The podcast is in its 4th year now. We just wrapped up 4 years.
Congratulations. That's great.
And then we've been doing, this will be the 4th festival. And the first 3 were at Matthews Brewing. Yeah. And they were good. I mean, the first one out of the gate with, little budget, little to no budget and et cetera. We had 500 people there.
Yeah. And then, at Matthews?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
No, that's where I heard of this
Yeah.
festival for the first time was
Yeah.
last year at Matthews.
Oh, cool.
And when y'all put out that you're going to do it again, that's when I put us in. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Last
hell yeah.
last
For you
year
guys,
over the
we'll
course.
do it.
Last year
Nice.
for the third one, over the course of the day, we had about 800 people over the course of the day. Like not at one
Wow.
time necessarily, but over the course of the day. And so, yeah, when the opportunity came up this year, Sunfest wasn't going to be happening, or if they do
Isn't
happen,
that
it's
crazy? That's crazy
Yeah,
to me.
end of an era.
if I think they are going to do something, it's just going to be later in the year, a different scale, that kind of thing. So it's not going to be what it was. But when that opportunity came up,
What a great opportunity to
Yeah.
slip in and take that stage.
I gotta say, Hector just sort of did it, didn't you? You're just like,
Man,
I might have done a weird thing.
You gotta be quiet, man. Sunfest people are listening,
Oh.
and then they're gonna be like, "Oh, it's Hector's fault that you took our weekends." No, it was all good,
Maybe
man.
taking notes, seeing what you're doing. You know?
No, it's all good. Sunfest had an amazing run for 40 years.
Yeah,
so,
they're a great fest,
so,
man. They're great.
yeah, and so I am.
There's not really a
I'm
comparison that can be made there.
No, we're a totally different animal. I'm excited, and I am just beside myself that we're going to be on the Meyer Amphitheater, like,
Yeah, man.
having a festival.
The only
know?
thing
I love it.
I'm a little sad about is that we don't get to play it. But one of these years we will.
Killbillies don't get to play it. You're joking.
Or any one
or
of
any
our
of our
myriad bands. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize y'all were in more bands than Killbillies.
Yeah.
Enlighten me, please. Just give
This
us a little run
this should be
through.
about you. We're both very good at talking about ourselves, but I think the point of this whole thing is to expose
Learn more about Mason Pace.
Exactly. Yeah. So
I want to know about you guys a little, you know,
All right.
a little. I mean, I know about Killbillies. I've
Yeah.
never seen a stomp kick band, a stomp clap band.
Yeah.
Of that caliber in South Florida. It's really cool.
Yeah, I
Really,
appreciate
really cool.
I appreciate that, man.
Absolutely.
Ben's in about 200 bands, so if you got about 20 minutes, he can list them all for you.
Okay. Here we
There's a
go.
band called Bomb the Algorithm that I play with my
Yep.
friend Keith and Hector. Hector plays the baritone sax.
Yep.
And then also a band called Nina's Yard Party, which is like a reggae and ska project that just has everyone I've ever met in, basically. And we just
I'll get those links and support all of that.
Oh, hell yeah.
For
man.
sure.
I appreciate
sure.
that.
Awesome.
So, please tell us about like the trajectory of the band. Like, how did it all come about in the first place?
How did it come about?
Yeah.
Well,
Have you just been doing this since you were young?
I've been doing it since I was young. Yes, the story is actually a pretty fun story.
Let's
When
hear
I
it.
was 7 years old and doing what normal Florida kids do, and they run around in the muck of the Florida Everglades.
Sure.
So I was knee deep in the Florida Everglades when I kick something really hard and I pull out of the water, and it's this old book. It's this big old book that it's just become fossilized over the years. I pick it up. It's full of runes. It's got this energy to it, right? And I open it up, and it starts speaking to me. It starts speaking to me, and I take it home, and in it are chords, in it are solos, songs, stories,
Wow.
and I played the right chord, and the book gave me mystic powers and a story to tell.
I knew
and-
there had to be something like that. You don't just become a wizard overnight. You know, it had to be some kind of
The
like.
guitar as my vessel, it said, I will tell its stories in return. And
the truly
ever since
heroic,
then, I
heroic
just-
tale.
ever since then, I've just been going at it really hard, starting from this area.
Hell yeah.
I honed the skills, and I formed a band when I was around 12, 13 years old.
Cool.
I garnered 3 amazing guys to tell the tales with me and give this amazing experience for people.
Yeah.
And it's big, it's driving, it's energetic, and everyone just feels something from the show.
Yeah.
My 80-year-old grandmother hears my metal music and goes, I actually would listen to this in my free time. This is great. And
Wicked.
she's an Elvis Presley, like
Yeah.
Elvis Presley is God.
I get
kind of
I get
deal.
that. I get that.
But no, we love to give that kind of show, and we've been very grateful to have done a lot of amazing things. We've gotten the endorsement of Gibson guitars.
That's
So
badass.
I'm a Gibson endorsed artist.
Cool.
I've been playing those as long as I can remember.
Yeah. How did that come about?
Well, in 2019,
I found an old book.
I found another old book. In 2019, I was through a friend and through a really good connection, put me in touch with Gibson, who was in need last minute of a acoustic show, like a 30-minute acoustic show at the Nashville airport,
Okay.
which is easily the weirdest place I've ever played in history, because, you know, when someone comes to a concert, they're there to see you,
Yeah.
whereas anyone at an airport doesn't want to be there.
Well, and they're
Yeah,
passing
for
you
sure.
at lightning speed for 15 seconds on the way to their gates.
Well, the
Yeah.
best, you want to guess where in the airport
Where?
I played at? I played at departures.
Oh, weird.
So right when people got off the plane, they would listen to 10 seconds of my music and
That's
walk
wild.
out. But that was a really funny experience, an experience I'm very grateful for. And because I played there, I was also able to play on the Gibson stage at NAMM. You ever heard of NAMM before?
Yeah.
Cool. I've played NAMM on the main stage. It was like in the center of the whole convention.
Oh, cool.
And that was
We have a buddy
a
Scott
really, really
who does a
cool-
lot of that. And,
that was a really cool show that I was able to do.
sick.
And from there, I met, by coincidence, the representative out of Miami, and
Nice.
that's when the relationship started.
Yeah, cool.
And yeah, I've been repping them ever since.
That's sick. I know quite a few people who that's been the path, you know, through NAM and everything, and you know, just getting out there and getting on the hustle with the industry people makes a lot
NAM
of
is
sense.
such a hustle bustle. I went to the Anaheim one
Yeah.
in January 2020. Can you believe that?
Oh, good lord.
And everyone called it Namthrax. Like everyone gets sick, but then it was like by March it was like, oh crap, like this is COVID, and then the whole world shut down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild.
But
Do you
yeah,
remember we played our St. Patrick's Day gig. Was that
was that.
before
That was that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But-
joined you guys after
That's
like
right.
June of 2020 is when I joined you guys.
Yeah, that's right. We played this big St. Patrick's Day festival thing, and like literally the very next day, the whole country closed down. It was crazy.
that's crazy,
Yeah. What
That's
a
really
weird
crazy.
period of time.
Yeah.
Did you
to
find
say
that
the least.
Yeah. Did you find that time creative? Did you do much writing during?
I did a lot of writing.
Yeah.
I did a lot of writing at that time.
Me too.
I did online shows. I also did online school at the time. I was just honed in on doing all that. And
Cool.
in 2020, I got an album out for the next year called King of Hearts.
Nice.
That's out everywhere. That King of Hearts, Reborn. I went to LA and recorded that. Came back with that, and that's been like that was like one of the turning points style wise
Right.
of my music.
Yeah.
And no, a lot of other stuff happened in 2020 that contributed to the inspiration and what I was writing to at the time, and all of it was all put together in one lovely little package, one nice little 5-song EP available everywhere now.
Excellent. Yeah, I mean, it's very powerful, impressive music, and we're really, really lucky to have you playing on the festival.
My
It's been
music.
fantastic.
Oh, thank you. That's so nice. That's so nice.
So where is if you had to have like a set of influences, who would you say they were? What/who?
Whoa, that's pretty big.
Killbillies.
Killbillies. Killbillies queen.
For sure. I hear the Killbillies influence.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a definitive list. Just whoever comes to the top of your mind.
Well, Primus has been one of my favorites for a long time.
I get that.
Solid
Yeah,
choice.
hell yeah.
Devin Townsend as well.
Yeah.
Gojira.
Yeah,
Rage Against the Machine.
sure.
They're just the kings of riffs.
Yeah.
Queen and Brian May.
Yeah,
And
right.
Freddie
Brian
is a
May's an
front
amazing
man.
guitarist.
You go metal, but you gotta love what Freddie did. He was one of the best to ever do it.
Yeah.
Ever to do it.
No, for real. What was the sort of like in terms of like your guitar sort of like learning to play guitar and stuff? Did you have teachers, or did you kind of find yourself? Did you teach yourself, or did you have any kind of guidance along the way?
I had some guidance, but as I said, like mystic powers.
On the book, right? Yeah. Shit, I forgot about
it. Channeled. It just, you feel it through here and up here, and it just comes out.
God, I'm jealous.
You know, I had a normal Florida boy childhood other than gaining magical powers. So.
That's awesome. I think Florida could use a little bit of magic.
Oh, I actually have stuff for you guys.
Okay, that's awesome.
I brought a little bit of goodies for you that are usually available at the merch table. You can grab however much or as little as you want. I've got koozies.
Sick.
For alcohol drinkers.
Wow.
If y'all partake. This is patches.
Oh, can I get a patch?
Absolutely.
I'm
there
sewing
you
things
are.
onto stuff.
Absolutely. I've got stickers as well.
Sick.
So this peels off and there's no white anymore, so it's see-through. I've got a bunch of those for everyone, including Justin in the back, who is making us sound very nice right now. And then I don't know if y'all wear anything like this, but here's a crop top.
Oh, there you go.
A crop top.
Can I take a look at it?
This might fit you. Here we go.
I wonder if Christy wants a crop top. Oh. Think Christy will get into that? She might.
She would.
Yeah, she would, wouldn't she?
Yeah, she's little. She's tiny.
All right. Thanks.
And then this is one of the ones that is talked about the most at our merch table. Could you guess, just from looking at it, what this would be?
I think it probably
It's like a candle?
contains bud.
A candle? What'd you say?
I think it might be a tin for bud.
Bud.
Yeah.
It's a puzzle, my friends.
Damn.
Whoa.
So this is a tiny circular puzzle. It's literally this, right? But it is freaking hard.
That's
It is
cool.
freaking hard. And
That's really cool.
so far the record is 45 minutes.
Okay.
And maybe after, or even as like a sub episode, you could do
Yeah.
play
Challenge
through,
accepted.
a
Man. I love
challenge.
puzzles.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to do
Challenge
an episode.
accepted.
Here you go.
Yeah.
I'll give it to Hector so you don't lose it. But let's do that. Let's do an episode where we put Mason
I love
Pace's
that you're like,
puzzle
we have to
together.
just ought to lose it.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
And then-
Justin's in on it too. He's over there
Everyone
waving
does
at
say
me.
this is for Bud, but this is a pick tin holder.
Oh, that's cool.
Not for Bud. Not for Bud, but for picks.
You got some cool merch, bro. That's very
Right?
cool.
Do either
see
of y'all
it.
play guitar? Do y'all play guitar at all?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
for you guys.
That's
And
so
then
wild,
You got some dope merch. We should get some of these.
dude. Seriously,
y'all are both hat wearers,
Killer
so
merch.
whichever y'all want this the most.
You want this hat? It's your size. You want that hat?
Sure.
Yeah, that's
There you go.
that's a Hector style hat.
Yeah, it's not the trucker hat like you wear.
Yeah, that'll work. That would actually work. It's similar to the hat you're wearing, except it's newer. And nicer.
It's almost exactly. It's almost exactly the hat I'm wearing.
There
Yeah,
we
there you
go.
Good stuff. You know how
Looking
to butter us
stylish.
up. Yeah,
Take it.
you can come back.
Good stuff.
We're gonna find some stuff to give you. You're just gonna be walking
no
out with all this
need.
weird stuff
No
like a
need.
sock and stuff.
No need.
Thanks, man. I
But
appreciate it.
absolutely.
Third bump of the day, that was.
No, I mean, seeing that this show will be done at Meyer Amphitheater, I had actually not seen any bands at Meyer Amphitheater, but have passed by that amphitheater a lot.
Yeah.
And I would designate us as an amphitheater band.
I'm sorry.
You know,
For sure.
we are looking at that stage and we know that we can conquer it.
Yeah, for sure.
And we will fill that space and we will fill that crowd.
Hell yeah. you will.
So I've listened to I've listened to a bunch of your stuff and I've watched some of your videos. We watched a lot of videos from a lot of bands when we were trying to pick out the bands we wanted to play. And you have I'm obviously older than you guys, but you have a very your metal style is like a very 80s kind of metal feel to it. And I don't know if I just picked out just specific songs that happen to have that feel to it, but that's just what I felt from it. It just had
I'm told that a lot.
it
I'm
had
told
this
that a lot.
80s hair metal kind of sound to it. And it was sick, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not into metal and I enjoyed it. you know?
One thing that a lot of people come to me with, and they're so confident that I take my style from Dio.
Right.
They're very, very confident, but Dio, I have not listened to. Like Dio is.
I could see
I
could see
love
where they would make
Dio.
that comparison though. Yeah.
I love Dio, but I am an Ozzy guy.
Okay.
Right, yeah.
I am Ozzy Osbourne
Yeah.
through and through and through.
Yeah.
I got to see him when I was small, and their music, I just think,
Yeah.
pioneered so much.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
Literally pioneer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Where are you guys based out of?
We're based out of Boca Raton.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Okay.
do our rehearsals there. Most of us are from there.
How
Yeah,
often do you guys rehearse?
We rehearse when we need to, I would say.
Fair enough.
I would say we rehearse. When we got shows, we crank out two
So
or
a
three
lot this
before
month.
then. Yeah, a lot of us are very busy nowadays.
Gotcha.
And yeah, we just
It's
grind it out
Yeah.
several days before,
Yeah. Well,
once, twice, 3 times.
Sure. Yeah.
Get that set down,
Nice.
go out and do it.
How often are you actually playing? Like playing out?
We're playing, I would say probably every month or every other month now.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Something
Nice.
like that.
How do you guys record? How does that work? Oh, you
I
went
got a
out
home
to-
studio.
Okay.
I got a home studio, and
Nice.
I became Pro Tools certified not too long ago. And
Excellent.
got all the fancy gear,
Sure.
and a lot of the new stuff is from the home studio.
Yeah. Nice.
The EP that y'all have probably been listening to,
Yeah.
I would hope,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
is from LA.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, a lot of the new stuff is going to be from the studio at my house.
Well, that's it.
and
You
we're
can
gonna
do it
be-
these days. You know, it's like everything's
It's
just
possible.
at your
It's
doorstep
nice.
now.
It's very, very nice, and it's so easy for things to be costly as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything will be out of the new studio.
I think you can do it yourself these days, but that doesn't mean it's easy to do yourself well. It takes a lot of learning. you know?
I always prefer having a second set or a third set of ears
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
doing it with me.
Yeah.
It's just, being unsigned and, being still local,
Sure.
you got to do it that way. You
Yeah.
gotta,
Trust me. It's
I
like-
mean,
I spend most of my free time recording at my house. So I can relate.
and I love all the people who have worked with me, but I've never known myself the best as much as I do now.
Right.
Yeah.
And for me to bring it from start to finish
Yeah.
with all my guys on the record and contributing in some aspect, boom, we have a killer product that we made, and it's almost that much better because we did it ourselves.
Yeah. And I think it suits like being able to spend a long time on it and like home recording suits metal for some reason. Because I don't know, you can spend the time to get it like as epic as you want. You can put the hours in and like really hone it and get it. There's some types of music that like you can make like that. And then other types that don't necessarily sound as good made like that. And I think
Well,
metal's-
Killbillies is a good example. We could very easily, without much effort, overproduce Killbillies, and it doesn't sound like us anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I feel like with Killbillies, the best way for us to record, honestly, is almost to like go somewhere else, have someone else press play and stop and go, and then just have them tell us, all right, that's done. That's it.
The genre y'all in doesn't call for that much production.
It's
it doesn't call for so much.
If you put the problem
Right?
is if you do put that much production into it, it gets worse.
Wow, that's that's
Yeah.
I can understand that for the genre for sure.
I do a lot of other music that does require a ton of production. I if you knew me, you would know that I'm the type of person that will just spend weeks on something far too long or something. But
Being a producer and someone who offers recording services and production services,
yeah,
at the end of the day, what you're working on is art.
yeah,
It's never going to be perfect.
yeah,
It never has to be any which way.
Yep.
yeah,
And it's done when you listen to it as a whole and you feel something from it.
yeah,
And of course, it's got to be it's got to be professionally done. It's got to be
Right.
It's
There's
got to
no
be
excuse
clean.
for, like,
It's got to
laziness,
yeah. You can't be lazy with it.
Right.
Yeah. When I see laziness, it's just like, well, if you don't want to put in the work and put in the time, what are you doing?
Yeah, totally.
Where with art, I come across perfectionists all the time.
Yeah.
And I want to grab them by the shoulders and be like, it's art. It's not going to be perfect.
Yeah. Because what
And-
even is perfect in that situation? Totally.
I mean, perfect can be what you want from it.
It's very subjective, though. You know?
Yeah.
It's
And
very
you can take it past the point that you even like it anymore. I've seen that happen to myself and other people, you know, where you overproduce, you get to the point where you've taken everything that was initially good out of it. You know, it's easy to do.
You could be too.
No, I've
too
run into
close
that.
to it. Yeah.
I've run into that so many times where you mess with something for too long and it's
Yeah.
no longer what it is.
Well, it's
Yeah.
hard. It's hard to tell at them when you've listened to it so many times that, like you said, you almost have to have that second pair or third pair of ears because you've just listened to it so many times that it's hard to tell if the move you just made on it was a good idea or a bad idea.
Yeah,
No.
totally. Because
Yeah.
after a
You're so
certain point,
right.
it's like you just want it to be a different song because you've had it too many times.
Well, what's cool about the music that I'm making, for me, it's calling for that type of production.
Yeah, for sure. And
I've
that's kind
got
of what, I was
orchestras, I've got choirs, I've got walls of guitars, I've
Yeah.
got bass,
Totally.
I've got vocals on vocals on vocals, and
Yeah.
hundreds of tracks on it, and that's what, like, playing with it like that makes it fun. But
Yeah.
then there's that one song, like I just finished up this one song. It's literally just guitar, bass, drums, vocal, and a choir.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's all a song needs.
Yeah.
That's all a song needs. And when you just take it for the whole 9 yards just to do it, are you doing the song justice?
For sure. There is nothing more fun in this life than putting a ton of stuff on a tune, and I do love doing that.
On a tuner?
On a song. And now, and now we've got these two rooms here in
tuner?
this new place. Now,
He said tune.
He said
tune.
He said tuna.
now we've got this place, and we've got the two rooms we can record in at the same time. I got so many ideas. I can't wait. We're going to go bonkers
That's
in this
so
place.
good. That's so good. I love
He has
I love
too many ideas.
So, I think it's time that we listen to some of your music. Does that sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Let's do it.
Enjoy.
You were lying, swearing on your life. I could be the soul, I could be another Christ. Realize that it's hard to find simple quiet of the mind.
Oasis Root Carver Bar is in Seagrape Square on Indian Town Road, and it is a carver bar. If you don't know anything about carver, it's a Polynesian root that you grind up and you mix with water, and it has been in Polynesia for potentially thousands of years. It's an old thing that they used for kind of ceremonial and also sort of leisure purposes. It's meant to be something where, that brings people together. You all take a shell of carver and chink them together and say bula and have it together like that. It's meant to be something to bring people together. It has a kind of an effect, which is, I guess, a kind of a slightly warming effect. It just kind of makes you feel nice. It's not particularly intoxicating. It's not like drinking alcohol. So the atmosphere in a carver bar is sort of like a cross between a regular bar and a coffee house. It's pretty chill in there. You get all sorts of different types of carver bars. Some of them are more like a club, they're sort of like blacklight and EDM playing. And some of them are more like a cafe. This is one of the cafe type of ones. It's super chill in there. If you're looking for somewhere to, I don't know, maybe go and do some work on your laptop or go and have a chat with friends, it's perfect for that kind of thing. There's a foosball table in there if that's your jam, or baby-foot as they call it in France. Yeah, Jim, the owner, is a really cool guy, and he has very kindly sponsored our podcast. So thank you very much for that, Jim. They also do a poker night in there, all sorts of things going on at Oasis Root. Welcome to 561 Music. We have some very exciting news. You may have noticed that the podcast is being hosted from a different place. That place is the 561 Music School and Studio. Justin Hucker has changed the name of his school from Live Music Community to 561 Music School and Studio. We have joined forces, and now everything has the same name. The podcast, the festival, and the school are now all under the umbrella of 561 Music. If you've been listening to the podcast for a long time, you will know that every week in this spot, we used to do an ad for Live Music Community. Now, Live Music Community has become 561 Music. We are still on North Lake Boulevard, but we have moved to 524 North Lake Boulevard, Suite A, North Palm Beach, Florida. It is east from the old location, and boy oh boy is it an upgrade. We now have a studio that is far bigger and more advanced. Bigger lesson rooms and 3 big spaces for recording bands and practicing. We now offer more opportunities for recording your band and provide more practice space to hone your skills. The heart of 561 Music School and Studio is still tuition. We train both young people and adults one-on-one and also in groups to be real bands, teaching you how to play your instrument not only by yourself but with others as well. We help you learn to write and record a song, how to brand and market your band, how to design and produce merchandise, how to get shows, how to act at shows, how to perform, how to organize tours, how to reach out to labels, the ins and outs of protecting your intellectual property, and much more. 561 Music is a one-stop shop for all your music and performance-related needs. We are also set up to help you record music videos, how to manage social media, how to create content for social media, and everything that is required of a person trying to break into the music industry in 2025. Come by the studio at 524 North Lake Boulevard in North Palm Beach and check out the new digs. We are online at 561musicstudio.com. Fill out the form online and come for your free first trial lesson. We are open daily by appointment, or just walk up and say hi. We're here most days of the week from 3 p.m. for walk-in inquiries. Come by. It's just so awesome, this new spot, and we're all incredibly excited to be here. All right, so we were just listening to an ad for what is now 561 Music, what was Live Music Community. And the question I want to ask you is, do you have any advice for people getting into the music game, upcoming musicians?
Yes. The most recent piece of advice that I even had to take myself was to just get stuff out.
Yeah.
Get your music out.
Yeah, man.
Don't sit on it. Don't pick at it. Don't make it perfect.
Yeah.
Get the music out.
Yeah.
Make your videos. Make videos on videos on videos. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. As someone that took everything so seriously and put everything under a fine-tooth comb and put it out, I've been having to get out of that mindset and just put stuff out. Yeah. And that's how people you would never suspect to make it and become successful is is because they've just been putting stuff out.
Yeah. Well, if it's not out, no one can see it.
And, to a certain degree, I have to practice more of what I preach because I'm posting, but these people are posting every day.
No, I know it.
It's really crazy to see. And,
the rate at which some people make content is ridiculous.
It is crazy. And, these people who a lot of people would think don't deserve it, they do because they worked. They put it out. They worked.
Yeah, totally.
And they figured it out. They figured out how to do it.
Yeah.
And I mean, life is a very big thing, and it's something that I'm going through too. But no, there'll be on my end way more content, way more music. I've been sitting on my songs for way too long. The next episode of whatever pod I'll be on, whether it's this one again or another, I'll be releasing something.
Hell yeah.
100%.
Oh, that's great to hear.
I've been sitting on my music so long, I haven't even written it yet.
You sit on it now, stand up. Stand up right now. Isn't your shit
right there. It's right there.
There's a little music egg underneath.
Right.
Yeah, man. I agree with that. And it's, with bands, it can be tricky too, because like everyone has a say, it goes back and forth, then everyone gets busy and it gets sat on for, I know what it's like.
Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts to life, and it's so easy to get off track.
Yeah.
End up working on an album for 5 years.
Stop it.
But I mean, once you get it to a point where even the first time you look at your album and you're like, we can put this out.
Yeah.
Don't spend another year fine-tuning the mix and fine-tuning everything. You just put that shit out.
Well, then you can move on to the next one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the more you got.
Yeah, and the fresher the ideas are, the more fun it is,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally. Because you want to be having at least a little fun along the way,
Yeah, and I mean, as silly as I feel sometimes, putting that camera in front of my face and singing my song just to a microphone, with whatever lighting and whatever editing and captions on it.
Sure.
However silly I feel, I know that it's gonna do me good.
Yeah.
So I've been putting out sing through videos and little clips of my songs, just of me singing there.
Yeah.
And more ideas are coming. More ideas are being worked on.
Nice.
I'll do guitar videos. I'll do production videos.
Yeah, man.
The videos that I love the most and want to do are the doing blank song in blank style.
Yeah.
So I think that I can take one of the top songs right now, in 2-3 hours, make a metal version of it.
Sure. Yeah.
I not that I think I know I can do it. It's just I need to just sit down and be like, fuck, and then just go.
Yeah, 100%. I'm in the process at the moment of streamlining that process for me, so that like I can just sit down and like everything's in the right place and I just do it, and then it's done. And then because a big part of all of that is like how much time it takes to set up, and all that stuff. And so I'm trying to make it at the moment as easy as it possibly can be for me to just make content kind of like on the go. You know what I mean? And it's because that's the thing, especially with video and everything, when you're just sort of like, you'll be there for an hour and a half just messing with the lights and so I'm just trying to streamline that myself right now. Yeah, for sure.
It's a process.
Yeah, it is. And it's good advice, man. Good advice.
Thank you.
Storm of Lies. Tell us a little bit about that.
That's one of the good ones. I love that song. I wrote that song in like 22, released it in 23.
Right.
And the lyrics are, you would lie swearing on your life. I could be another son. I could be another Christ. And that song just, it hits hard for, the people who just lie to lie.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
Yeah.
It's so easy. And, I wanted to write on that. And, we're living in the storm of lies. And I guess it's more of kind of a wake up call, just like grabbing them and being like, stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, stop it.
Yeah.
Tired
I feel
of it.
that.
Stop it. So it's like the line that I extra tell to my crowd is dodging and weaving the lethal debris is better than leaving you 6 feet underground. And essentially saying this will kill you. Like this is like this kind of energy, this kind of doing, this kind of way of living will kill you.
It always catches up to you in the end. You know,
At some point.
So
Yeah.
these guys tell me every day.
no, I have a lot of respect for people who live their lives truthfully and honestly. It's a difficult thing to do all the time, but certainly worthy of respect when people do. And there's a lot of fake motherfuckers in this world.
Surprisingly, but that song I released a music video for about 4 months ago, and big thank you to Darren. Darren is a friend of my girlfriend's who they know each other through film and through acting.
Gotcha.
And he did that video with me, and it came out to be so amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So amazing.
Yeah, did a great job.
And yeah, we kind of we wanted to do a little take on Hero by Foo Fighters. Do you know that video?
Yeah.
You know that video on the top of
Yeah,
your head?
100%. I've watched like a million
They
times.
run into a burning building,
Yeah.
and the band's just playing in the fire.
Yeah.
And as they're saving all the wife and the children, Dave Grohl's still playing there.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's kind of the same type of vibe, and I did my own little take on that.
I love making music videos. It's so fun. It's like, because it's so conceptual. You get to be
It is
really
fun.
arty with it,
It's a different kind of art that I don't get to do.
Yeah, totally.
It's so cool. I love making music videos, and as I make my songs that I've got going now, I see it. I see it in my head, and I'm definitely going to put out videos for those too.
And I feel like these days it's so important. It's like music's almost not enough now, You got to do
It's almost
It's a very
required as
visual
this-
world nowadays.
Yeah.
Very visual world. Everyone wants to see you. Everyone wants to see a video of you doing something.
No,
And people want to know you as well, It's like, that's a big part of it too, just the personal connection, Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, but I think that's we're searching for connection in this strange world. We're more connected than we've ever been, and ironically, sort of less connected than we've ever been at the same time.
The connection is the relatability of your song.
Yeah.
And I wrote King of Hearts in 2020, came out in 21. There's songs I wrote that are out and that I still play that I wrote when I was 15 years old.
Yeah,
And that's a very long time ago now. But I go out and sometimes play from that old record.
yeah,
That's back in a time where I was thinking differently.
yeah.
And it's so cool to like play, we've played all around Florida so many times. We played Jacksonville and love Jacksonville, Tally and we love Tally, Orlando, same goes for Tampa,
Yeah.
Miami. We play around and there's still the group of people that sings the words word for word
Yeah,
to my
awesome.
face.
Yeah.
And it's like,
It's the best feeling of all time.
we know each other right then.
Yeah.
Like I know you and you know me right then.
Totally. There was this
And
one
that's the best
song
feeling.
I could never remember the words to back in the day. It was like a rap tune from my band Sonic Boom 6 a long time ago. And there was one verse in it that I always struggled to remember, but I always knew that there would be someone who knew it better than me standing in front of me. And so I would be like, oh, fuck. And I was like, oh, it's fine. I'll just look at that person. And okay, there I am. That's like the best feeling in the freaking world.
Or
Because
you do the old stage man trick. You go, you sing the words.
Totally. That's funny.
funny,
But I just love it's the first time I saw people singing my words back to me was a trip. It's such a good feeling. It's maybe the best feeling in the world.
For sure.
Yeah. Because it
sure.
means that you've thought something and you've managed to convey it to someone else, and it's meant something to them, so much to them that they've come to you to say it back to your face.
It's a gift.
It's crazy.
It really is a gift.
Yeah.
So you guys have, you have obviously the festival coming up. Anything else you guys have coming up, or?
Yeah, I haven't even announced this yet. So on May 23rd, we are back at Hollywood Bandshell.
Nice.
And that's down in Hollywood, really far away from here. But
Hollywood, Florida.
yes, Hollywood, Florida. And we love playing there. Margaritaville does such a good job of providing the venue and making it so nice. And we play 2 hours down there for free.
Yeah, sick. That's awesome. That's a good amount of time. 2 hours is a good. I don't think gigs should be. 2 hours is the sweet spot.
That's what I think too.
Yeah.
Like so many musicians say, like, oh, I can only go as much as an hour. I can only go as far as 50 minutes. It's just like I'm blue balls at an hour. I am wanting to do more at an hour. 2 hours is like, you know what? I have smacked y'all in the face. I've said what I wanted to say.
Yeah. More than that,
And leaving you wanting more. Bye.
Yeah. More than that, it gets a little bit like you don't want to wear out your 3 hours, which we play a lot of 3 hour gigs and like
3 hours.
We play 4 hours.
we play
gigs,
we play
brutal.
super long gigs, but I just feel like
I've done those.
does anyone really want the third hour of any band? You know what I mean?
Well, aren't those like normally for, the bars that are like, we want the whole night's entertainment and they book you for 3-4 hours.
It is.
That's
think the model
a different
is a little
vibe.
I think the model is a little flawed there. I just think maybe that I don't know.
What do you think?
I feel like places could mix up a bit more. Maybe have 2 bands and have them play for less time, put on more original shows. I just
Well, some venues are cool like that, and some
I'm not. Yeah.
or some want the sales, and it makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm not crapping on them. It makes sense. They it makes sense. They want you to play the songs that everyone knows.
Yeah.
And we'll stay and drink to.
And actually,
that's a business. That's one business model, and another business model is the people who want to come and hear something new.
it does work.
A new experience.
That does work really well for the bands that literally just play the songs that people want to sing along to when they're drunk. It works perfectly for that. Yeah, you're right. You're right. There's a time and a place for that in this world.
Like the people that ask us to play Zombie and Santeria.
Zombie. Oh, can we let's
Zombie.
I want to know. Actually, I want to talk about this. The hot song takes, like the songs that are so popular and everyone loves, but you just can't understand why. For me, it's Zombie.
Yeah.
I don't care if I get hate. Zombie.
Yeah, I don't think it's a terrible
annoys
song.
me.
I think
But
some-
I understand what you're saying. Like,
I think for some
like-
people, it's like the only heavy song they know.
That's a crazy thing to say. That's a crazy thing to say. Like Metallica exists. They're the biggest metal band
Yeah.
but
in history.
That's true.
but he's not wrong. In a world of bubblegum pop right now, that seems like Zombie would be a very heavy song to some people.
Yeah. YouTube has 2 billion listens on YouTube. That's a lot of listens.
the Cranberries have that?
Yeah. Zombie does. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's insane.
That's wild.
I know. Yeah.
I did not know that. That's,
So
like,
many
insane.
people.
That's like the Weekend numbers.
I know. Yeah. It's wild.
But real quickly, what are your hot takes?
But what's this? A song that you just
A big song that you just hear every time on the radio. You want to pull your hair out.
Something on the radio. I don't know. I don't really listen to
There's
the
got to be
radio.
At one
one
point,
song.
it was
I don't really listen to the radio,
There's got to be one song that comes
At
to your
one point,
head.
it's going to be tipsy for me, but I've weirdly started liking it. I hate to
Tipsy?
admit it. Yeah, I kind of like it now. I don't know what happened, but I just. No,
I mean, if you're going that route, I can't stand Wagon Wheel.
yeah,
But
We were just talking
But
about Wagon Wheel.
yeah, I can't stand it. But we started playing it a little more often now because people seem to be digging it, and I enjoy playing it now because people seem to be digging it.
well, that's
And
the difficult thing, isn't it?
I enjoy playing it because they're enjoying.
We put it down
not
for
because I
years
like
and
it, but because they're enjoying it.
We put it down for years because everyone was playing it, and it seemed like a stupid song to play. But we've just started picking it up a little bit again. I don't know. Maybe we should put it down again.
Freebird. There you go.
Freebird.
Freebird.
Everyone's favorite.
hate that
Crowd
song.
favorite.
I don't understand why people think it's funny to shout that. I do know why it's funny to shout it, because it's just the dumb thing that everyone says, and the more times you hear it, it's meant to compound the joke. But it's just like, oh.
It's the meme, man. Come on, play Freebird.
Yeah,
Freebird.
so stupid. Like, I don't think I've ever played a gig in Florida. and someone hasn't said,
$100. We'll play Freebird.
No, Nashville does that. Nashville musicians do that. They're like, hey, for $300, we'll play Freebird, and someone pays it every night.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I'd do it for $100.
Oh, that's a good.
I'd do
price
all
point.
sorts of
That's a
things
good
for
price point.
$100.
It's a bargain.
No, I'm in a cover band that plays a cruise every year, and the keyboardist is a Nashville musician, Tyson Leslie,
Right.
and he is always telling his Nashville stories on Facebook. It's so funny to see.
That's great.
And he said, I don't know the exact number, but he said, let's say a number. Someone paid him $500 to play Pink Pony Club every 30 minutes.
Every 30 minutes?
Every 30
Terrible
minutes.
song.
That's really funny.
It's brutal.
I think that's right. I think that's what I read. If I'm totally wrong, then I'm sorry. But
That's really
I
funny.
think
Every
that's what
30
it was.
minutes. That's what's new, pussycat. We can just say that over and over. But anyways,
whoa.
listen, is anything else coming up that we need to know about right now?
Besides the show this month,
Yeah.
and the big festival we got this
Oh, of
month,
course, yeah. Varsity One Music Fest, forgot about that.
I would just be on the lookout for songs.
Yeah,
From
and
my
all of this content that you've been doing, I'm going to go and explore some of your social media
Oh,
shenanigans.
please! I would love that.
Yeah,
and I'm sorry in advance. I'm sorry in advance.
All right, well, listen, thanks so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
You're a gentleman and a thoughtful man. You're a very talented musician, and I cannot wait for your band to play. It's going to be sick.
You're too kind.
Nice one. All right, take it easy. Let's go for bump number 4.
Yes.
Boom. There it is.
An air bump.
See you later, guys. Take it easy.
Take a better scene, it's what we're doing. Come and check it out.